I don't think I would have been able to be as okay as I was during COVID if I hadn't had my friends.
Hi, I'm Sophia Megert and a recent graduate from South Eugene High School. This project, Girls Supporting Girls, is intended to highlight the experiences of youth during the pandemic and as we transition back into some semblance of normalcy. I wanted to create a safe space and comfortable space for girls to engage in discussion with someone their age, me. Ultimately, I hope Ophelia's Place and other youth-serving organizations will be able to use this project to better understand and address the needs of teenagers. I asked these girls about COVID. I realized that often people only ask about the challenges faced during the pandemic, which is certainly important to address, and especially for the purposes of this project. But I also wanted to learn about more than the struggles, so I asked these girls about some things that brought them joy during an especially trying time.
Yeah, so I do a lot of dance, and that was fun. It went online during COVID, so that was hard because I didn't get to do that as much. And my grandma, she taught me how to paint a few years ago, so I've been enjoying that.
I spent more time with my family, and I had my baby brother.
So what activities did you kind of do that you might not have done with your family before the pandemic, but you started doing?
Watch movies. I definitely would say that knowing that I ended up in leadership was exciting. Can help some 6th and 7th graders, possibly even 8th graders with situations, and I do feel like I have helped some kids.
I think working, I know it's kind of weird, but working has brought me like a really like open space, like where I work at. It's helped me like get outside my house like during COVID, and then just kind of like socialize with people. It was nice. I liked getting outside the house.
Then I asked what these girls learned about themselves.
I can't be alone. I'm afraid of being alone.
Gotcha.
So it was hard for me to be alone in the pandemic.
So you need, so you had your family, right? But you like having those kind of outside relationships with
I
friends.
felt alone, like in my own world. Even though I had my family, I felt still alone.
I think that like even now, it's like dance is like so important, and the fact that I kept doing it through COVID, even though it was hard, I think it made it more important to me.
Forced me to recognize that I've been growing up in a pretty like predominantly white community, and so I reflect on who I am and like my identity myself, and so that's something that I'm glad that happened. Like I'm glad that I'm able to like recognize my identity and kind of move forward with it.